Well, hey parents, thank you for joining us for our online virtual parent seminar. This month's topic, we're talking about the online world and how you can help your students create boundaries online while they're connecting with people through video games, social media, and just general browsing on the internet. And also, right off the bat, you parents, you're in charge of your students' interaction online. You set the guidelines, you set the rules. All right, they don't, you do. All right, so take this very seriously over the next few minutes as we talk through some things. And in fact, the internet is so crucial today that a study about maybe 2 years ago said that 45% of teenagers say that they are constantly online, whether that be through social media, video games, or other types of web browsing. This is important. All right, so make sure that you tune in with these next 3 tips. Number 1 is this: be cautious about contact information. Now, like social media and gaming is very crucial here, because when they sign up for these things, they have to give some information in order to create an account. And so you tell them right off the bat, say, hey, look, it is okay for you to share your name or this, but do not share this. Do not share your social security number. Do not share your street address. Do not share your phone number. You set the rules, you set the guidelines, and you tell them. And then once their accounts are created, you tell them, you guide them, you lead them and say, hey, look, kid, son, daughter, it is okay for you to post this, not this. You don't need to broadcast your phone number. You don't need to broadcast your street address. But you can do this, all right? Make sure that you give good guidelines on what they can post and what they can't post. And also give them a warning of what they post, because it can come back to bite them in the future about a job or a potential school, or et cetera, et cetera. We see this over and over again. Companies and sports teams looking at the history of a social media account and finding some kind of post way back, 10 years ago, they said this comment and now they're in trouble. And so you parent, you set the guideline, you show your student how they can interact online and in the video game world with other people when it comes to information to give. So that's number 1, be cautious about content information. Number 2, friends of friends may not be your friends. Now, when we're on social media specifically, we have a little bar that says these are your some suggested friends. So the friends that your student have on the social media accounts like TikTok or Twitter or Instagram, they're gonna have friends as well. And they can be really good friends or they can be really bad friends. So you tell your student, hey, look, Johnny may be a really good friend to you, but he could have some bad friends. So if a friend of Johnny asks you to be their friend on TikTok or et cetera, you do not have to accept that. You can actually ignore it. You can actually report it, because you don't know. And so you just tell your students, hey, look, a friend of a friend may not be your friend, and that is okay. So tell them, hey, look, if that person over there asks you your friend, you don't know them, you can't pick up a phone and text them, you can't pick up a phone and call them, you can't go and visit them at their house, maybe it's best to ignore that one. So that's number 2. Friends of friends may not be your friend. And number 3 is this. This is very important. Is this: inappropriate content is not allowed. With so much good stuff online, there's that much more bad stuff. I'm talking about illegal sites. There's talking about pornography, sites to sell and buy some illegal stuff, etc. So as much good stuff there is, there's also some bad stuff. So you need to make aware, and you just need to go ahead and assume. So I read a study the other day that, especially with pornography, that students and teenagers are being exposed to pornography before the age of 10. So if you're living with a teenager right now, there's a good chance that they've already been exposed to pornography. And that's like like a whoa. Don't talk about that subject, but it needs to be talked about because it is a damaging thing, and it objectifies people. And so make sure that you are telling your students, hey, look, it's good that you're connected with your friends online, it's good that you're gaming online, et cetera, but there is some inappropriate content on there. And if I catch you doing this, you're gonna be in trouble. And so you tell my friends, hey, look, I'm here to encourage you, I'm here to support you online, but if you start doing bad stuff, we're gonna take that away. But because like I said earlier, parent, you're in control. If they're not in control, you're in control because of your role as a parent. So make sure that you parents are checking in on your students and how they are interacting with online. So our top 3 tips, number 1 is this. Be cautious about contact information. Number 2, friends of friends may not be your friends. And number 3, inappropriate content is not allowed. I'll close with this. The internet is an insane place of good stuff and bad stuff, but it can also be used for kingdom purposes. So encourage your student to use those avenues to advance the gospel. Use those avenues yourself to advance the gospel. So thank you for checking in, and we will see you next month.